As the first rays of sun peek over the rugged hills, Ahmed, our humble shepherd, awakens to another day of tranquility. Bathed in the soft glow of dawn, Ahmed is a picture of serenity. His life is as simple as the rising and setting of the sun, yet it is filled with a profound sense of purpose. His days are punctuated by the rhythmic bleating of his flock, the comforting cadence a constant reminder of his responsibilities. Ahmed's life is not one of luxury or extravagance, but of contentment. He does not seek the hustle and bustle of city life. The quiet charm of the countryside is his sanctuary. His modest sheepfold, nestled amidst the rocky terrain, is his castle, his flock, his loyal subjects. The shepherd's day begins with the rustle of wool and the soft jingle of bells. He gathers his crook, an extension of his arm as much as a tool of his trade, and leads his flock to the pastures. The procession is a daily ritual, a dance that speaks of an ancient bond between man and beast. Ahmed's love for his flock runs deep. He knows each one by name, recognizes their unique bleats, and can spot a missing member in an instant. His heart beats in rhythm with theirs, a testament to the deep connection he shares with his woolly wards. His days are spent under the vast expanse of the sky, his nights under a blanket of stars. The changing seasons, the shifting winds, the rhythms of nature, these are the parameters of Ahmed's world. He is a part of the landscape, as much a resident of the hills as the sheep he tends. Yet, nestled within this simplicity is a man of profound depth. Ahmed's quiet strength, his unwavering dedication, his deep-rooted respect for nature, all hint at a character that is far more complex than it first appears. Unbeknownst to him, Ahmed's destiny extends far beyond the confines of his quaint village and his flock of sheep. And so, as another day begins in this quiet corner of the world, we find ourselves drawn into the story of Ahmed, the shepherd whose destiny is yet to unfold. Ahmed's character, much like the hills around him, is a complex landscape shaped by life's adversities. In the heart of the hills, Ahmed finds solace, a shepherd tending his flock, but also a philosopher, a teacher, a friend. Ahmed's life, far from the hustle and bustle of the city, has not been without its challenges. Yet, each hardship has only served to strengthen his resolve, to shape his character, much like the wind and rain shape the hills. His resilience, a trait as sturdy as the shepherd's crook he carries, has been forged in the crucible of adversity. When the rains fail and the pastures are barren, when the wolves howl in the night, Ahmed's spirit remains unbroken. He carries on, steadfast, shepherding his flock through the storm. He is the beacon in the fog, the shelter in the storm. But Ahmed's strength is not born of hardness. Instead, it is his kindness that truly defines him. Like a shepherd who knows each of his sheep by name, Ahmed understands the importance of compassion. He treats every creature with respect, from the smallest lamb to the mightiest ram. It is this kindness, this empathy, that makes him a true shepherd, not just of sheep, but also of hearts. And there is wisdom in Ahmed, a wisdom that comes from years of observing nature's rhythms, of understanding the patterns of life and death, of seasons and cycles. This wisdom has taught him patience, humility, and the importance of harmony. He understands that every living thing has its role, its place in the grand scheme of things. Ahmed's life as a shepherd has been more than just a job. It has been a journey of self-discovery, a journey that has shaped him into the man he is today. His resilience, kindness, and wisdom are not just traits, but virtues, honed by years of tending his flock, of living in harmony with nature. In the vastness of the hills, Ahmed has found his purpose and honed his virtues. His life, his character, is a testament to the beauty and strength that can be found in simplicity, in living a life close to the earth, close to nature. One ordinary day, the rhythm of Ahmed's life would be disrupted by an extraordinary event. As the sun burned high in the sky, Ahmed, our humble shepherd, trod a path he knew like the back of his hand. As he guided his flock through the rocky outcrops and verdant pastures, he stumbled upon something unusual. Nestled between two rocks was a strange object, unlike anything he'd seen before. It was an ancient artifact, weathered by time yet radiant with an inexplicable allure. The artifact seemed to call out to Ahmed, its silent song resonating with something deep within him. It was as if the hills, his silent companions for so many years, had finally decided to share a secret they'd held close for centuries. This was no ordinary find. This artifact was a key to a story lost in the sands of time, a story that was now entwined with Ahmed's own destiny. It was a tale of kings and queens, of battles fought and won, of a kingdom that once thrived in these very hills. And somehow, this shepherd with his modest flock was now a part of this grand narrative. The tranquility of his pastoral life was replaced by a rush of excitement and apprehension. His heart pounded in his chest like the beating of a war drum. He looked at the artifact, then at his flock, then back at the artifact. He knew what he had to do. He had to uncover the truth, to follow the call of the ancient artifact. Ahmed's life as a shepherd was about to take an unforeseen turn. The hills, his home, were now his starting point for an incredible journey. A journey that would take him beyond the boundaries of his pastures into the realms of history, mystery, and destiny. A journey that would transform him from a shepherd into something far greater. And so, Ahmed steps into the unknown, carrying the weight of his newfound destiny. With the artifact in hand and the wind at his back, Ahmed embarks on a journey that will change him forever. As Ahmed steps out of his comfort zone, the shepherd's life he has known fades into the backdrop. The path ahead, shrouded in mystery, is a stark contrast to the predictable rhythms of his pastoral life. Yet, he steps forward, driven by the enigma of the artifact he now holds. It's a powerful symbol of the unknown, a stark reminder of the world beyond his hills that he has yet to explore. His first challenge is a steep descent into a valley, a journey that would test his resilience. The rocky terrain is unfamiliar, the slopes steep and treacherous, but Ahmed, with his shepherd's wisdom, knows how to tread carefully, how to navigate the uneven ground. He draws upon the same patience he uses when leading his flock through rough pastures. As he descends further, he encounters a rushing river, its waters tumultuous and unforgiving. Again, Ahmed taps into his shepherd's knowledge. Just as he guides his sheep to cross streams, he strategizes his route, picking his steps with care and caution. The river, once a formidable obstacle, becomes another milestone in his journey. But the journey is not all hardship. There's beauty too. The songs of unfamiliar birds fill the air, the scent of wildflowers wafts on the breeze, and the sight of distant, untouched landscapes fill Ahmed with a sense of wonder. These simple joys, coupled with the satisfaction of overcoming challenges, fuel his spirit. And with each step, each mile traveled, Ahmed's resolve only grows stronger. The shepherd's life he once knew seems distant now, replaced by the thrill of adventure and the allure of the unknown. The artifact, still in his hand, serves as a reminder of why he undertook this journey. As he ventures further from home, Ahmed's resolve grows stronger, fueled by the mystery of the artifact. And so, the Shepherd King's journey begins. A journey that will not only change his life, but will also reveal a destiny far greater than he could ever have imagined. The path to destiny is seldom easy, and Ahmed's journey is no exception. As the shepherd boy steps into the world, he quickly learns that the trials he faces are as unforgiving as the arid desert he used to traverse with his flock. Ahmed finds himself amidst challenges that are as unpredictable as the weather patterns that shape the hills back home. He is tested with hurdles that question his strength and will. There are times when he stumbles, moments when the winds of doubt blow stronger than he's prepared for. The world outside his sheepfold is harsher, colder, and filled with uncertainty. In these moments of despair, Ahmed seeks solace in the wisdom he gathered as a shepherd. He remembers the resilience of his flock against the blistering sun, the patience they showed during the long, dry spells, the unity they maintained when predators lurked. He recalls how they overcame their struggles, and he finds his strength renewed. In the face of adversity, it's not the size of the shepherd in the fight, but the size of the fight in the shepherd that matters. Ahmed's trials push him to the edge, but they do not break him. Instead, they reveal a resilience he never knew he possessed. His wisdom, born of quiet hours under the open sky, guides him. His patience, honed by the slow days of shepherding, sustains him, and his strength, tested by the rugged terrain, supports him. He learns to face his fears, to confront his doubts, to weather the storms of uncertainty. He learns to rise after every fall, to find hope in the darkest corners, to continue moving forward even when the path ahead is unclear. Ahmed's journey is marked by trials and tribulations, but it is his response to these challenges that define him. And so he perseveres, his spirit as unbroken as the dawn that faithfully rises over his beloved hills each morning. His character, like the sturdy crook in his hand, remains steadfast, guiding him through the trials he faces. In the face of adversity, Ahmed's true character shines through, unfaltering and unyielding. Every journey has its climax, and Ahmed's is a revelation that shakes him to his core. The artifact Ahmed carried was not just a simple trinket. It was a key to a past that was deeply intertwined with his village's ancient history. The artifact was a part of a puzzle that, when completed, revealed a prophecy. It was the prophecy of the Shepherd King, a leader of humble origins who would rise to guide his people in their darkest hour. This was the revelation that confronted Ahmed. He, a simple shepherd, was the Shepherd King prophesied in the ancient texts. The humble shepherd's life was not as simple as he had believed. His destiny was far grander and more intertwined with his village's fate than he could ever have imagined. But how does one grapple with such a revelation? Ahmed was a shepherd, not a king. He spent his days tending to his flock, not leading people. The weight of this revelation was heavy, almost unbearable. He was, after all, just a man who had grown comfortable in the rhythm of his days, who found solace in the simplicity of his life. Yet the artifact and the prophecy it revealed were irrefutable. The signs were there, in the lines of his palm, in the whispers of the wind, and in the very stars that shone down on his modest sheepfold each night. Faced with this revelation, Ahmed felt a tremor of fear, but with that fear came a spark of courage. The courage to accept his destiny, to rise from a humble shepherd to a king. But for now, he was still Ahmed, the shepherd, standing in the face of a destiny larger than he could have ever fathomed. With the truth unveiled, Ahmed must decide what to do with his newfound knowledge. From humble shepherd to bearer of destiny, Ahmed's journey culminates in a choice that will define him. Leaving behind the comfort of his past life, Ahmed had ventured into the unknown, armed only with his shepherd's wisdom and a heart full of courage. The experiences he had gathered along the way had transformed him, not into a different person, but into a better version of himself. He was no longer just a shepherd. He was a man who had walked the path of destiny and emerged stronger, wiser, and ready to make a difference. Ahmed decided to return to his village, carrying with him the lessons he had learned on his journey. He was determined to use his newfound knowledge to create a better life for his community. Despite the hardships of his journey, he held no bitterness, only a deep understanding of the world and its workings. He knew that he could not change the world, but he could make a difference in his small corner of it. Upon his return, he was greeted with surprise and awe. He was no longer the young shepherd boy they had known. He was a man who had braved the wilderness, faced his fears, and returned home stronger than ever before. His courage and resilience became an inspiration to the villagers, and they began to look to him for guidance. Ahmed took on the role willingly. He used his knowledge and experience to bring about positive changes in his community. He taught them the lessons he had learned, the importance of courage, resilience, and the value of hard work. He showed them how to live in harmony with nature, how to respect and protect it, just as he had done with his flock. He became a respected figure, a leader, their shepherd king. Ahmed's journey had come full circle. From a humble shepherd, he had become a king, not by birthright or conquest, but by the strength of his character and the wisdom of his heart. He had proven that true leadership does not come from power or wealth, but from the ability to inspire and guide others. In the evenings, as the sun set over the rocky hills, Ahmed would sit with his old crook by his side, watching over his people as he had once watched over his flock. He had found his purpose, his place in the world. He was no longer just a shepherd of sheep, he was a shepherd of his people. In the end, Ahmed's journey changed him, not by altering his character, but by revealing it. He remains, at heart, a shepherd, now a shepherd of his people.